Okay, namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I hope that the audio is definitely cleared up, and this is going to be the reading to test it. So, if you are new to the space, welcome to all the in 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. We're over here, we keep it real. Sometimes I come in hot and sometimes not. And what that means is I do cuss and curse, I speak the truth, and I call out names on guided too. Hopefully, you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you. And to my A1s, who are my day ones, and the Soul Tribe family as a whole, I love you, and the divine loves you. Thank you for everything you do for our space. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, hitting your notification bell, tapping into the messages. I am truly grateful. All right, y'all. We're going to start out with a little tarot, okay? Normally, I start with Oracle because I do resonate most with the Oracle deck, but Spirit is saying start out with Tarot. So we're going to just see what comes out in the messages, okay? I hope you're well and rested, and so are your families too. Let's tap in. At this time, Divine, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you continue to provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil, any witchcraft being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it, clearing it, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe and thank you. All right, y'all. So the first two messages that came out is there could be conflict happening with star energy. Okay. This is giving me somebody could have tried to bring some sort of conflict or adversity, okay, into a star energy's life, okay, impacting some sort of opportunities, or there is a star energy that has been battling conflict, okay. Take it how it resonates, family, all right. But it feels to me like, I'll tell you right now, the spiritual streets are real, okay. um it's just something else nowadays. Okay, family, it's just something else nowadays. But I feel it's just because, you've been dealing with energies that you really want to say deuces to, okay? And these are the ones that just automatically looked at you and judged you for no damn reason, okay? And man, and I'm getting a lot, I'm gonna tell you now, the energy I'm picking up that is very judgmental are supposed to be the leaders, right? They're in these high ranking ass positions within the courthouses, within the just judicial system, period. Start where you may, okay? And I feel like these are the energies that, people are really fed up with, okay? A lot of energies have walked away from these type of people because it's like you automatically just look at somebody and judge them, right? And I feel like star energy out here has been dealing with a lot of that conflict, family. Okay, a lot of that type of conflict. You're fed up with it. You want to say deuces to it because it just doesn't make sense, right? People judge books by their cover versus even opening the first page to get to even know anything about that book. Okay. I feel that the energies I feel that are walking away from these types of energies is everybody that has had to deal with corruption within the judicial system that was supposed to be set up for, to help everybody. They have become extremely biased, okay. A lot of people are choosing to walk away from them. No communication here, okay. A lot of people are taking their power back from these energies, okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Yes, I promise you, Eight of Swords energy out here. These are the energies that try to keep you in doubt, okay? Especially when you want to break away or break free from them, okay? Um, they're trying to, still represent as if you don't have a choice, family, okay? You do have a choice, okay? You could definitely walk away from these energies, all right? Forget their captivity thing they got going on and step into your Nine of Cups, okay? Your Nine of Cups is about happiness, compassion, all right? But even more than that, it's optimism, all right? very high minded energy. Okay. These energies that I keep picking up on with this conflict, it comes from, and yeah, your deuces on the conflict. It comes from whew, energies that have been set in place for hundreds of years, okay, established as law, right? But who did that law serve? It wasn't to serve you, family, it was to serve them. Now, look, this was the craziest thing ever, but I think it was a short. I saw it a long time ago. The gentleman was like, how many basketball or football players, I can't quote it right, but it was athlete, okay? How many athletes do you think have felonies versus people in Congress or something like that, right? So everybody was like, oh, yeah, football and basketball. No, wrong. All of the fucking White House Congress people got all kind of shit on their asses. Okay. Oh, quick disclosure: I do cuss and curse, speak the truth, and call out names and got it too. So it's like what? Like they, it was a, it was a short that he did, but it was like 17 or 23 or something like that. People in the White House had all kinds of like law shit that they would come and take me and you to jail for. I was like, damn. And they in the White House? Okay, now this was a long time ago when I saw that family. I hope some of y'all had seen that as well. But it was like, everybody was like, yeah. He was like he kind of put up some numbers and was like, who do you think they were? Were they people in the White House or were they, sports in sports, football, basketball? Everybody was saying they were in the sports. No, wrong again. I feel like a lot of people are saying deuces to these fake laws that were made up because they were really just made up so that they could pass judgment, okay? For whoever needed to know that or for what that part of the message is for or who resonates with that part of the message. I cannot make it up. So you have out here the high priestess. Again, high priestess come out every day. And at the bottom of the deck, you have Six of Pentacles. So you have the High Priestess, the King of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, the High Priestess is someone that's very intuitive, right? Connected with the Most High, very wise in their decisions. They bring about change. Okay, I don't know if there is a King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, okay, that is in tune with the High Priestess out here, okay, with the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving an exchange of information. Okay, this is what I feel this is. There could be a High Priestess that is intuitively guiding a King of Cups, and they are exchanging information. Interesting. Hmm. They could be even be exchanging some sort of pentacle or sharing success that builds one another or something like that. Sharing your success builds more success. So there could be a high priestess that is sharing some sort of intuitive downloads with possibly a King of Cups energy. Interesting. Tell me more about this King of Cups. This King of Cups is someone that is supportive, and they may be young. Interesting. A knight. Even though they are in king energy, they could be a knight. They could be a younger energy. Okay, they may be younger than this King of Cups, or this is a son. Okay. Again, 53 or 35 is out here together. So there is somebody here, okay, uh, that's very tapped in to their emotions, but they listen or they get a lot of wisdom from a high priest energy. It's almost like an exchange of knowledge and wisdom here. Interesting. Oh, okay. Wow. And then we have out here judgment. Mm, really? So there could be a King of Cups here that looks at things, sees things the same way that a high priestess sees it, and they see that it's controversial. Okay. It could also even be contradicting. Mm. And they too have decided that they are fed up with it and they have taken their power back as well. So there could be a King of Cups out here. King of Cups, Knight of Wands energy that has passed down judgment on a lot of conflict, conflicting interests. Mm, really? Tell me more about the Five of Wands in the Judgment. I can't make it up. Somebody it was like, listen, somebody could have been looking at something from a different perspective, okay? So a lot of times, family, when you have a closed mind, you can only see one perspective. But when your mind is open to something or someone like a high priestess, someone that has a lot of wisdom, and they have been through a lot and they've seen a lot, okay, and they were able to, be in both their shadow side and their light side. So let's say a high priestess, before they were a high priestess, they were, surrounded in shadowed energy, okay, dealing with the dark night of the soul type energy, dealing with toxicity, dealing with people that were bringing toxicity into their life, but deep down inside, at the core of this high priestess was the light, and they chose the light. Somebody is seeing where Nine of Wands in the reverse was causing. Okay, that's pretty much, you standing your grounds, you going through a lot of, or persevering through a lot of battles. Somebody may have come in and called judgment on possibly corruption, because with this Five of Wands, it feels like there was a lot of corruption there. Okay, conflict, arguments, back and forth. Just a lot of mayhem. Somebody walked away from the drama, but they're a King of Cups, but they're young. Okay, this is somebody that has maybe power. Okay, or or is in some sort of powerful role or figure. And look at all this that came out. Look, you see this, man. These cards are slippery. Okay, so all this comes out. What is this? So there's an Ace of Cups here with a Chariot and a Tower. Okay, so this is, ooh, yes. Okay, somebody that could have been in self doubt. Okay, doubting, doubting a circumstance or a situation. Maybe even seeing somebody from a different perspective. Type energy. Seeing a high priestess that has walked away from the bullshit, stepping into a Nine of Cups after being dealt tower after tower. Somebody could have come rushing in to offer an Ace of Cups, which represents, unity, love, newness, new beginnings. Okay. What is this overall energy? Please and thank you, Spirit. Look, I cannot make it up. See, this energy here, they know you were dealing with a lot of arrogant people, a lot of big ego type people, putting obstacles up with towers. But this person remembers something good about you. You could be this King of Cups, Knight of Wands, or you could be this High Priestess star energy. But they remember the good in you, or the good, something good about you. They may be younger than you, but they hold a lot of wisdom themselves. Interesting. Tell me more, Spirit. Please and thank you. Wow. They see somebody as a Queen of Pentacles after a hardship or after some sort of corruption, and coming from, hmm, I just heard that. Man, coming from a corrupt judicial system. Somebody sees you have moved through a lot of corruption and you were dealing with a lot of people in the judicial system. They wanted to place some sort of self doubt when it came to your Nine of Pentacles. I mean, excuse me, your Nine of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Like you work hard here. With this Seven of Pentacles, that's like you working hard and you reaping the benefits of your hard work. It's not like somebody's handing you something. You know what I mean? Like you do what you got to do. These energies right here, they did. They tried to do some sort of corruption here or tried to stop someone, and there was judgment passed down on that. Tell me more about this Five of Wands. Tell me more about the Five of Wands, please and thank you. I cannot make it up. Two of Swords in the reverse. Somebody basically saw somebody's bad intentions. Somebody, made a bad choice coming after a star high priestess energy or a combination of a star high priestess, king of cups, knight of wands energy. Flip the roles as you see fit. But it was like a bad choice. So you may have said deuces, Empress. Yeah, you may have said deuces. You weren't about to deal with that. With the Ace of Swords out here. Yeah, that's truth and clarity. Through logic. Somebody saw your truth and clarity through logic. And you could be Empress High Priestess energy. Empress is all the queens in the upright. hmm Emperor is all the kings in the upright. Somebody could be seeing you as a strong leader that just doesn't bow down to, corruption. Because you got the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So this is like a lot of people caused you a lot of conflict or came, to put conflict in your life some kind of way. And that was a bad choice for these people. Or they made a bad decision. Yeah, trying to have you carry some burden. I feel like somebody called down judgment. Yeah, look, I cannot make it up. We balancing out this equation. Yes, fast and not slow. Temperance energy here, earth angel energy here. It's like somebody called down judgment to balance out a situation fast for temperance energy. Because I feel like these people over here, they're just meddlesome. No offense intended, but I ain't lying, family. It's like, the law was not created for you to benefit from it. It was created for them to benefit from it. And I'm just gonna call it like it is. Most judges are crooked as fuck. I ain't lying. Like, you get a judge and it's like your honor. And man, if they don't like you, they cut you off in the middle of your sentences. You can't explain. They just really really talk down to you and shit. You be looking at them like, well, what the hell? You know what I mean? And I feel like somebody out here saw something for what it was. They saw that you were being wise in your choices and in your decisions, and you're totally rational and logical, but they still wanted to play you like you were a flumpadump or some shit, okay? And that didn't do anything but strike up conflict. Now, it could have this person here, this King of Cups, Knight of Wands energy, they passed down some sort of judgment that caused a tower. Who's this tower? Whoop, on a Five of Swords. People want to win at all costs and will do anything corrupt to do it. It's a fucking legal system thing. I'm telling you. It's like, somebody's like, well, hold up, wait a minute. You know, um, we've observed, we've watched. This person right here ain't no damn threat. This person ain't really doing shit but trying to make a living for themselves. So why are y'all fucking with them again? That's what I'm getting. Why are y'all fucking with them again? Run that by me again. Okay, what exactly did they do? Oh, really? Type energy. You know what I mean? Somebody out here is is definitely in tune with star energy, high priestess energy. This is somebody that is also giving, receiving, like they give and they receive, or something like that. There could be even be a sharing of information, but here it's really a pinnacle or something. Okay, I don't know if they pay into something or they get paid or they just give, but somebody here saw the conflict and for no reason at all, and they understand and understand why a high priestess says deuces to the bullshit, because they already know they dealing with corruption. They know they're dealing with corruption. They know why a high priestess doesn't want to be where they're at or dealing with, whomever they're dealing with, because they know they're corrupt. And in saying deuces to that, this could be a job, relationship, friends, family, foe. Take it how it resonates. When the high priestess energy said deuces to that, they stepped into a nine of cups energy. Somebody has been observing this and they passed down judgment on somebody who tried to cause someone a tower at all costs. Mm. Or many. There's many people there with that five of wands. And then we have the page of, what is this, swords in the reverse. So, and it came out in the reverse. So it's like, for whatever reason, family, I feel like this is immature to me. Okay, a page of swords in the reverse is a very young, immature liar type energy, or just childish lying energy. Just childish lying energy. Not a word that comes out of their mouth is damn true. And somebody saw that, or they have observed this, or they know that this high priestess ain't lying about a damn thing that the high priestess says when it comes to the corruption. Yep. Look, somebody has done that inner work. They've taken that inner journey. Hmm. Virgo energy here, they have taken that inner journey. They have a lot of wisdom too, but they are also young, but they're in a powerful ass position, this person. But they are young, unless this is siblings or friends. Okay. But they're very young, but I feel like they have a lot of power. That is interesting now. They got an idea about what's going on with a situation here, especially when it comes to possibly Empress energy carrying some burdens. They got an idea about what the situation's about. Hmm. I heard game changer. Like maybe you're somebody that brings in change. Maybe you're someone that brings in change and don't even know it. Because I mean, when you start speaking against, the wicked are often, I promise you, look at the bottom of the deck, justice. I'm telling you, like when you start speaking on corruption, justice comes in, family. Straight up, when you start speaking on corruption, justice comes in, because I feel like a lot of the corruption is within, these supposedly high ranking leadership positions, and I need to figure out what is high ranking in leadership about people who pass judgment on someone just because of the way they look, or treat somebody beneath them just because, what I'm saying, they feel that they can use their power and abuse it to do so. Like, how is that supposed to be a leader type energy? Mhm. Like, these people be taking oaths and shit. Like, they be sitting up there taking a whole oath on the Bible. I'd be like, ooh, you know, how are they really doing that? And then turn around and do some of the most corrupt things, and then use the law to hide behind it, but throw the book at you for some shit. That's corrupt as hell. Who? And I mean, everybody be on the take with that shit, because it's all about making the world go round, and they're always about money, 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 money. And it's like, look, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, where is your honor? Where is your, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people are so damn corrupt that their honor goes right out the damn door when money arrives. Moral standards and values go to shit. Okay, I'm just gonna call it what it is, though, fam. Moral standards, values go to shit. People's loyalty goes to shit. You know what I mean? All for money. You see pentacles, pentacles. Okay, all for money. Pentacles. It's all for money, and people really fall off for money, not knowing that. Damn, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could buy the materialistic stuff with it, but of course. But where's the true love? Where's that teamwork and that love? Yeah, there's no love. They be on the take. You walked away from that. And when you walked away from all of that because you were being judged constantly, judgment, 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 you know, I bullshit you not, spotlight on it. Like, everybody was looking at you, judging you left and right, left and right. Okay. You couldn't get a fucking break for being judged so much. Somebody finally could see, okay, I see what it is. You're being the message. Look, what came, they see it. They said, oh, I see what it is. They're being judged because they broke away from a corrupt system. Systems don't like you to break away from them. They want you to keep coming back over and over and over again. And somebody could honestly be infatuated with the fact that you walked away from a very corrupt system and you had every reason to. You didn't do it because you were upset. You did it because it was the right thing to do. Because how you gonna follow a system that is corrupt when you're not corrupt? You're a high priestess. You better not be. And your star energy. This is hope, vitality. This is bringing back. You know what I'm saying? Star seed energy. I just heard that too. This is bringing back. Faith in what's right, not what these people appear like. Like, this is a total contradiction. These people at 27:27 on the clock. Okay. So I feel like somebody here has kind of been just observing you, and they're seeing the attacks and how people are coming at you and what they're trying to do to whatever you have going on, but they have clarity on the matter. They're seeing it for what it is. It's like the whole judicial system or whole corrupt environment where you're at, which is all the way at the top. These are people that abuse their power. Okay. They see that, oh, they're coming against this one person. And for what though? Let's see why. Right. And all you're doing is a messenger. You could have a platform. Some of you may not, but you may tap in because you stay informed. Knowledge is power, right? And a lot of you are staying informed on the things that have been happening, and you're seeing things come to fruition behind corruption. This is corrupt. Like, you just judge a person just by the way they look. That's corrupt. That is. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, family. So I'm gonna get this uploaded. We're gonna see how it sounds. All right, and hopefully we have resolved that issue. Okay. So thank you for tapping in. This is the message. I love you, and the divine loves you. Okay, and let's close out. At this time, divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe, and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.